Welcome everybody to a World of Tanks replay. My name is Maxwell and today's replay is from the user Andrew X Murray. That is Andrew X Murray, and he's driving the KV-2 on an assault battle on the Sand River. KV-2 being a tier 6 heavy tank for the Russians. It's that one with the absolute beast 152mm cannon that's able just to wreck people's days. And indeed that's what this replay is all about. You know, when you get a KV-2 replay, that it's a sit back, relax and watch the carnage kind of replay. Andrew Murray is about to go on a killing spree, and you're gonna want to be along for the ride, let's just say. So straight away, Andrew going to be heading to the northern sector, going to come down this one line. He's got a Panzer 4H as support. I think he's got a pretty nice cannon as well, so if he's able to keep himself safe, then they can form a pretty nice 1-2 team here. Straight away spots out a T-14. The one downside of this 152mm cannon is the very long aim time, but the upside is that the shells do tend to be guided by the hand of Stalin himself, so oftentimes you don't need to aim. Obviously everything that I've just said is untrue in a very real sense, but sometimes when this tank's driving at full speed, not aiming and traversing its turret, it seems to have the most accurate of shots that it is able to take. Looks like a Cromwell is coming straight in for this Panzer 4H, and unfortunately because he's on the other side of that hill, Andrew Murray's going to be unable to help. Artillery shells come in and hit the Cromwell in an effort to try and save the Panzer 4. But he is just done for. The Cromwell going to sit still, probably because he's tracked. And speaking of tracks, the Grill lands a shot right on the front of the KV-2 there. Shells landing left and right. Andrew's going to have to be careful here. Looks like some of the artillery is zeroed in on him. Got a chance to take a shot on this Cromwell here. Takes his shot and absolutely destroys the Cromwell. But then the other Grill lands a shot, does some tracking damage and does some damage to the tank itself, so he's got to play it carefully. He's got a KV-85 coming steaming in, and he can get down behind the terrain just enough, aim his shot just right. He's going to be able to ruin this guy's day. Ruin his day, he does. The KV-85 has no idea what hit him there. Another shot from the artillery, two of them in fact, lands, but the KV-85 thought he could probably flank around the side of the KV-2 and then play merry-go-round, but instead he took 152mm of Russian steel to the face, and that is the end of his game. Back to the garage for him. Andrew just going to back off a little bit, give him a chance to collect his thoughts, have a quick look at the battlefield and see which way the wind is blowing. Currently even at 3 kills to 3. It's fairly early on in the game, although this being an assault battle. There is only 10 minutes on the clock, and we are now just under 7 minutes remaining. He's got about half of his hit points. He's the only person in this northern sector. But to be honest, KV-2 doesn't really need that much backup. Just having a look in the direction of this T-14, see if he is still there. Either he's moved off, or the terrible viewing range of the KV-2 not quite able to find him. He's going to continue pushing on towards the outcropping of rock in front of him here. Going to try and get into cover. He's just having a quick look at his tank there, admiring the beauty that is the KV-2. So he's got his fingers crossed, hoping that he's not going to take any fire as he makes this maneuver. And luckily for him, he didn't. Last we saw, there was a Chaffee on this left-hand side. There's also that T-14 in front of him. So he does have to play it a little bit careful. He's keeping himself tucked in against these rocks here, so that hopefully the artillery that had such an eye for him earlier aren't going to be able to land any shots on him. This game's progressing fairly slowly at the moment. 5 kills to 5. So all even. Nobody else making themselves known, so he pokes himself out. Does find the T-14. T-14 traverses his turret around. He has his shot early because he doesn't want to take any fire from that T-14, but misses. T-14 probably wouldn't have been able to damage him with the low penetration of that gun that he's got. But Andrew just not wanting to take the risk. Gonna wait for his gun to be reloaded. His camo's almost certainly kicked back in. He's just warning his allies in chat that there's only 5 minutes remaining. T14 has spotted him again. He started to reverse his turret, but he had more than enough time to aim that time, and he takes him out for kill number 3. Again, going to drop back a little bit, just allow his gun to reload and allow his camo to kick back in before he makes another move. And there we go. Gun almost reloaded. Camo active. He's going to make his move all the way down the one line here. Going to try and flush out the artillery. There's 2 grills and an SU-5. It would be nice if he could find the rat's nest and take some of those out. Just having a quick look to this right-hand side, just in case there's an artillery piece lurking there. But to be honest, they're probably all around the J and K line. Just because if anybody was there, they wouldn't have been able to hit them earlier because of the rock in front of them. Everybody conspicuously absent from this area. The artillery probably spawned around number 2 here, which is where Andrew Murray is closing in on. Takes a hit there. That's from a Hellcat. Got to be careful because a Hellcat will be able to wreck his day. It's got a good cannon with a decent reload, good penetration and good damage. Although with its really pathetic armor, if he can catch it off guard, he'll be able to one-shot him. Although with only 202... Oh, there's the Hellcat. Can he take him out? He can indeed. Hellcat fluffed his shot and put that one into the sand. Andrew didn't fluff his shot and absolutely obliterated the Hellcat. I'm going to take a slightly different route here up the side of the sand dune. Doesn't want to get hit by any of the artillery, but it looks like they were concentrating elsewhere, as he hasn't taken any shots from the artillery just yet. There's one grill. They've decided to turn, tail and run rather than stand and fight. Going to let his gun do some aiming before taking his shot. This is going to be a difficult one on the move. And in the end, he takes out the grill for kill number 5. 2 more artillery left. Looks like the Churchill and the Jagdpanzer are in the north there. The second grill is standing and fighting, but he fires and it goes just over the roof of the KV-2. He's not reloaded yet, but he is going to be any moment now. Spends his time aiming while his gun's reloading. Bounces a shot from the right-hand side. That's possibly from the Jagdpanzer 4. Churchill 3 is now eliminated. Allies winning this one very easily, a 13 kills to 7. 1 shell lands, but it's to no avail. That was probably from the Jagdpanzer again, or he would have taken some damage from the splash radius of that SU-5. If you can find the SU-5 and take him out, that's going to be a nice Pools medal. Always nice to add a Pools medal to your collection. There he is. The SU-5 is down here, and he is on the move. He's running away. He's running straight in a straight line, so he's got all the time in the world just to aim and take his shot. He takes him out for kill number 7. A well-deserved Pools medal. Jagdpanzer on the left. If he can reload in time and go get him, he might get himself a Radley Walters, but it looks like he's taken out by the Panzer Soufflé 4C, and that is GG and the victory. So absolutely awesome replay there from Andrew X Murray, picking himself up 3,000 damage, 7 kills, a well-deserved Pools medal, a Top Gun medal, and showing why the KV-2 is the beast that it is. So thank you very much for sending that replay in. Don't forget, guys, if you've got yourself a great replay, send that in to replay@screenreality.com. The link for that is in the description. Just attach the replay file itself or the link to the What Replay website to the email, and I can check that one out for you. And don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, you found it useful, informative, you learned something, or you just thought it was fun, think about hitting that subscribe button, because there's a lot more World of Tanks content on this channel. I have been Maxwell, this has been a World of Tanks replay, and I will catch you guys next time.